Have you ever had a connection with someone, a friend, a partner that just stopped? No big fight, no dramatic ending, it just went silent? We've all been there on one side or the other. And today we're going to dig into the psychology of why that happens. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's that exact moment a switch flips inside you. It's not impulsive. It comes after so many chances, so much patience, until suddenly you realize there's nothing left to give. And for the person on the receiving end, that's what's so confusing, right? There's no big blowout, no final argument to feel some sense of closure. One minute you're talking, and the next, there's just this void, this really confusing silence. Now, there is a name for this. It's often called the door slam. And yeah, it's got a pretty bad reputation, you know? It sounds harsh, cold, even aggressive. But let's look at it from a totally different angle. So, what's really going on here? Is this just a cold, heartless way to end things? Or could it actually be something else entirely? Maybe even a powerful sign of self-respect? Let's try to reframe this whole thing. What if this silent exit isn't about giving up on another person? What if it's actually about finally refusing to give up on yourself? Maybe it's the last best move you have to protect your own peace. To really get this, we've got to look at what's happening under the hood, psychologically. It turns out there are 3 core reasons why someone might choose that quiet exit over one more fight. So let's break them down. First up, and this one is huge, is something called emotional regulation. And really, it's all about taking control of your own internal state. The main tool here is a cool concept called cognitive distancing. Instead of jumping back into the ring for another draining, dramatic argument, you make a conscious choice to just step back. You're literally creating space in your mind to keep your own peace. And I mean, look at the difference here. When you engage in the drama, it just drains your battery and makes the conflict drag on and on. But when you choose to protect your peace, you save your energy. You create distance. It's a strategic move to stay centered. And that leads us right into our second reason. Because this kind of decision, it's almost never made on a whim. It's all about pattern recognition. Think about it. The person doing the exiting has probably seen the same movie play out over and over again. They see the repeated negative behavior. They can predict with almost 100% certainty how the next conversation will go. Nowhere. So they make a totally logical choice. I'm not going to participate in this draining cycle anymore. And this is so important to understand. This isn't weakness. It's not that they can't communicate. It's a sign of incredible awareness. It's finally admitting that you can't change the script when the other person refuses to learn new lines. Which brings us to our third and final pillar. And this is a real game changer. It's called developing an internal locus of control. So what on earth does that mean? It's this profound shift in your thinking. You go from believing other people have the power to make you feel a certain way to knowing that you are in the driver's seat of your own emotional world. You realize your peace doesn't depend on them apologizing or understanding or anything. This says it all, right? You stop waiting around for someone else to give you closure. You don't need that final, "I'm sorry" or "you were right." You give that closure to yourself. You become your own source of validation. And wow, is that powerful? So when you put all these pieces together, the emotional regulation, the pattern recognition, and that powerful internal locus of control, this silent exit starts to look very different. It's not an explosion. It's a quiet, powerful conclusion. So the silent exit isn't just someone being rude or avoidant. It's a whole strategy. It's a tool to manage your emotions. It's the logical result of seeing a clear pattern. It's an act of self-validation. And above all, it's a strategy to protect your peace and save your energy for what really matters. And if you take away just one thing, let it be this. That silence, that so-called door slam, it might not be the sound of aggression at all. It might just be the quiet, firm click of a healthy boundary finally locking into place. You know, we're always told to talk it out, but the real takeaway here is a bit more nuanced. Sometimes the most mature, the kindest, and truly the healthiest conversation is the one you finally choose not to have. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about in your own life. We're all taught to be patient and forgiving, but where is that line?
At what point does your patience stop serving you and start costing you your own well-being? It's a really powerful line to find for yourself.